A bit of breaking news as one of Boris Johnson's oldest allies and advisors has resigned from number 10 Downing Street following continued scandals. It's fair to say, whether you're right wing or left wing, we can all agree that number 10 Downing Street is in turmoil these days. It's not really looking good, and it's actually nothing to do. It's not really just because of cake or suitcase of booze. It's a combination of many things, from, well, lack of coherent policy or rational policies, despite being a Conservative party, or the way they mishandle the PR machine and the press and media, and finally, lack of proper management and leadership. Now, this is Munira Mirza, who's been with Boris Johnson for years, since his days as the Mayor of London in City Hall. She has been leading the policy unit in number 10 until today. So there's a lot of mixed reactions right now, because the reason she's decided to resign was because of Boris's Jimmy Savile comments a couple of days ago. And these are really, obviously, wasn't a good look. And the Tories decided to stick to the line, the attack line, or the joke that he made where at the time of anger in the middle of a debate with Starmer. Now, they obviously came out and said, well, there is some truth into it, because, of course, Starmer was part of the team and all that nonsense. And then Team Starmer were saying, well, this is just outrageous. You can't make jokes about this. But Munira has decided to completely give up and say, this is just not really working out. I'm leaving. The ship is sinking. Now, there have been a lot of people, including Dominic Cummings, who come out to say that, to be fair, she's a good person. She's competent. She's very sound. He said that moral courage from Munira, who has done her best to make progress with the professional team throughout the horror since obviously November 20. It's also a unmistakable signal that the bunker is collapsing and this Prime Minister is finished. Full acre of moral courage from a cabinet and cabinet office as soon as possible, please. So they're all signaling that, yeah, as he says, the bunker is collapsing. But let's be realistic. Well, you might agree with Munira that, the whole thing is chaotic. Right now, the working environment in number 10 is not the best. Sure. And I probably agree. Without actually working there, we can see it's all the chaos coming out from there. But she's been responsible for Boris's policy brain for years. Now, that's the one thing Boris Johnson lacks. But the strength that Boris Johnson has is the political maneuvers that he does. So in terms of the political advisors who help him and himself, because he's a very smart man politically, that's his strength. He knows how to be a politician and how to, of course, perform well. But in terms of actual sound and rational, logical, workable policies, that's the one thing that we've been lacking. And it's nothing to do with what's been happening since March 2020 in lockdown. Even before that, we see rhetoric. Yes, and we like rhetoric. He came out, became Prime Minister and said, well, we're going to sort out Dover. And we're going to sort this out. We're going to sort that out. And also a lot of empty promises. And he initially wanted to stop HS2. But then he became Prime Minister. It didn't happen. He wanted to actually reform the NHS. Became Prime Minister. Didn't happen. A number of things. He wanted to completely denationalise the BBC. Didn't happen. And even right now, they're just talking about it. Many things. And all the policies that we've had, even as mayor, not really sound, were they? Even now. Politically, in terms of PR, is a great performer, is a great leader, in that sense, fine. And he's a winner. He is a winner. But Munira Mirza has been in charge of the policy brain of Team Johnson. And maybe we shouldn't completely take her side. Let's be rational. Just whilst Downing Street is collapsing, doesn't also mean that the others who are quitting are the right people. So it's basically everyone is as bad as each other, and we have to be objective. We're going to have a lot of updates for you guys today throughout the whole day. So make sure, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell next to the subscribe button. That's the best way to get notified. We're going to talk about what's going on in Northern Ireland. It's absolutely chaotic. And also the relationship between Priti Patel and Cressida Dick. Thanks again for watching. I'm Maya TC, and we are the media.